So how you guys feel about this? Plaqueboymax claims that being a streamer is harder than a 9-to-5 job, and that no one truly understands what a top streamer goes through mentally. Check on the clip.
Understand what I'm saying? Being like a streamer or any face on the internet is harder than a 9-to-5 in certain ways because it fuck you up mentally. Now, waking up every day and go to a job and lifting boxes, like depending on what you're doing, that's just tough too. That shit is hard. That shit is very hard. That shit is very hard. It's very hard. Like, you feel me? Especially when you're doing a job you don't enjoy doing. That shit is tough. That shit will fuck with your mental. You might want to, you feel me? You might be tired of it. You might be unhappy. But being a face, like being a top streamer, is difficult because of all the shit you go through in terms of like living life. I promise. I'm telling you, gang. You are literally seeing thousands of niggas give their thoughts on you every second. That's not supposed to be. Like, no human brain normally should be able to tolerate that. Just keeping a buck. It's not true. You feel me? Facts. I'm telling the truth. Most of y'all cannot.
All right. So since I was a nigga who started with 9-to-5s and then became a YouTuber, streamer, personality, all that type of shit, right? Let me tell you guys something. There's no way that streaming is harder, or being a personality, or being somebody that's a known personality. There's no job. There's no way that this is harder than doing anything in the real world. I promise you, I've worked real jobs in the real world. You guys know I've worked shit jobs. I worked bullshit bottom of the barrel jobs. I'm blessed right now. It almost don't even feel fair what I'm able to do for a living. It like, sometimes I kick back and be like, damn, is this shit even like fair to society? Like, just, you know, like knowing where I started, where I was doing this shit for no money, to the point where it got to like, okay, I'm making some cool shit. So where it's like, damn, okay, I'm making, okay, it's like, whoa, what the fuck? There's literally no way streaming is harder than working a real job. Fuck no. Not even with all the bullshit that niggas try to do to tear me down on the internet, and been trying to tear me down on the internet for like going on a decade on the net. There's no way that this is harder. Not even 1% Like, if you get into a blessed position where niggas keep fucking with you, I'm just blessed. Like, I have been doing it this long, niggas still ain't tuned out. People still, you niggas still pulling up. We still having a good time nightly, everything. Like, that's a blessing.
You know,
there's no job that I can get out where I'm gonna make the same amount of money. It's impossible. Hold on, I got a cough. There's no fucking job that I could get in the real world that could even possibly fucking compare.
Streamer.
Appreciate it. No, this shit ain't harder than working a 9-to-5. Niggas that work 9-to-5s, I've worked 9-to-5s. What's all the jobs I ever had in life? I worked, I'll tell you, everywhere I worked. I worked at Stater Bros. I worked at Kohl's. I worked at Target for a night, then I quit. Got hired at Walmart before, quit. Got hired and didn't go in, actually. I didn't quit yet. After that, I did, where else did I work after that? That's all I can remember. That, Goodwill, and then I worked at fucking GNC. Pompous Magnus. Shout out for the prompt. Bro, I had bullshit jobs and never liked them. But I did what I had to do, and there's no way that streaming and being a personality is harder. Only thing you can't do now is fuck female managers, right? Shout out for the 200 bits too. No, I didn't work at Lockheed. That was a joke. If I worked at Lockheed, you know what my life would look like? If I worked at Lockheed? I know niggas to work at Lockheed. You know what my life would look like? I'll be working I would force myself to work 60 hours a week with OT just to get a bigger check. So that's basically 60 hours a week, get a couple days off, reset every week. And then that's your life for 30 plus years. And then it's a dub. Yeah, I would be fucking miserable. So no, I don't agree with this at all. The amateur, shout out for the year on the platform. I don't agree with this shit at all. If he wins GA and PS a rap, what if he just wins PA and she wins GA? Yeah, having to work a 9 to 5 is light years more difficult than being a streamer. If you're a streamer, right? Or if you're a person, put it like this, if you're a personality on the internet and you're talking about the shit you got to deal with mentally, you're already in the wrong headspace. So when you choose to take this path, right? And you're one of the lucky 0.1 percenters that could actually have an audience that fucks with you every night, whether it be small or big. I'm just speaking from this point because, yeah. Your mental shouldn't even be a thing. You know niggas are gonna fuck with you. You know people are gonna say shit. You know people are gonna do this. Some people are lucky enough to have such a great fan base where nobody hates them. But, you know, I'm not one of those guys. And I've seen some of the memes with Max and people keep clowning his hairline and all that type of shit. Talking about he smells and everything. Those are just memes compared to, you know, the shit that I've had to endure with weirdos that I do endure every day. But I just ignore it and move on. But no, shout out to all my niggas out there working 9 to 5s. I promise you that what I do is way easier. And I mean way fucking easier than what you do. Why? I can say that because I've actually worked 9 to 5s. I've had jobs. And I would choose this any day. I would choose it any day, any second, any minute, every month. Anytime. Yeah, I did. So, yeah, I disagree with this shit. Has Max had a real job? I don't think he's even worked. I think the nigga literally went from just sparking up streams as a kid to growing up on Twitch to getting signed to FaZe. Like, bro, like, so what I think he was trying to say is just, it's just more of like a, I want to say a wet behind the ears statement. Like, shit like this, you got to work real jobs to speak on it. That's all. I just think the nigga just, the nigga probably going through, he probably got to pay fat, well, I know, obviously, got to pay fat fucking taxes. Family probably want a gang of his money and nigga getting trolled by a bunch of weirdos. Like, so yeah, I get it. If there's anybody to get to this, me. But, yeah, this streaming shit ain't harder than 9 to 5. If so, you said that Twitch makes the most social money. What platform is the second? I don't fucking know. YouTube? Said that's a brutal reply to get on a dating app. She says dating in 2024.